Have you ever felt like no matter how hard you try, you just can't move forward? Like something invisible is holding you back from your dreams, your happiness, or even your daily peace of mind? What if I told you that the biggest obstacle standing between you and your success isn't your circumstances, your skills, or even your luck? It's a hidden habit that lives quietly inside your mind, silently sabotaging your every step? This is not just another cliche about mindset or positivity. This is about a deeply ingrained pattern, a hidden enemy that feeds on your energy, steals your focus, and keeps you trapped in a cycle of frustration and stagnation without you even realizing it. We all have habits, some visible and celebrated, others hidden and quietly shaping our lives in ways we may not even realize. Among these hidden habits, there is one that often stands in the way of our success, happiness, and growth more than any external obstacle ever could. It is the habit of clinging to negativity, especially through what psychologists call emotional dumping. This subtle, often unconscious behavior can hold us back from reaching our full potential, leaving us stuck in cycles of frustration, resentment, and stagnation. Imagine waking up each day with a cloud of negativity hanging over your head, not because life is unfair or you have terrible circumstances, but because you have developed a habit of continuously replaying problems, rehashing disappointments, and venting frustrations without seeking solutions. This isn't about expressing feelings once in a while, which is natural and healthy, but about falling into a routine where you repeatedly release emotional energy without ever moving forward. The moment you recognize this pattern, you can start to understand how it becomes a silent barrier to your personal progress. This hidden habit works like a weight tied around your ankle. At first, it feels manageable, perhaps even a little comforting because you are familiar with your struggles and your way of coping. You feel heard and validated when you share your troubles with others, and for a brief moment, there is relief. But that relief is fleeting. Soon enough, the weight grows heavier because each repetition of the same complaint or negative thought adds another link to the chain holding you down. Why is this so powerful? Because the human mind and body are wired to respond not only to external realities, but also to the emotional and mental environments we create for ourselves. When you constantly fuel your mind with negativity, your energy shifts. Your focus narrows on what is wrong, rather than what can be done. Your motivation wanes because the brain interprets this cycle as a kind of threat, something to defend against, rather than a challenge to conquer. Over time, this diminishes your ability to think creatively, to solve problems, and even to find joy in small victories. This habit can sneak in through many channels. Social media rants, endless conversations about what's wrong, complaining to friends and family, or even just internal mental chatter all contribute to the cycle. It's important to understand that this isn't about blaming yourself for feeling negative emotions. Everyone experiences hardship, pain, and frustration. The issue arises when those feelings dominate your mental landscape, and instead of inspiring action, they foster a sense of helplessness and victimhood. Here's where the real challenge begins. Breaking free from this hidden habit requires more than just positive thinking or motivational speeches. It demands a conscious shift in mindset and behavior, a commitment to becoming aware of how you process your emotions and what you choose to do with them. It means learning to identify when you're stuck in the cycle of emotional dumping and deciding to redirect that energy into constructive channels. When you start this journey, you may notice resistance, not just from yourself, but from those around you. People who have grown used to hearing your complaints or sharing in your frustrations might feel uncomfortable or confused when you change your narrative. But remember, your progress is not about pleasing others. It's about reclaiming your power and shaping a life that moves forward rather than getting bogged down. Breaking this habit is an act of self-love and courage. It's a decision to no longer let your energy be drained by repeating old stories that no longer serve you. Instead, you begin to cultivate resilience by focusing on what you can control: your actions, your responses, and your mindset. It might start with small steps, journaling your feelings with the aim to understand them, setting aside time to reflect without judgment, or seeking solutions rather than just venting. As you develop this awareness, you'll find that your emotional energy becomes a powerful resource rather than a liability. You will start to notice patterns in your thinking and behavior that previously went unnoticed. This insight empowers you to choose differently, to pause before you slip into habitual negativity, to challenge your thoughts, and to replace complaints with questions like, "What can I learn from this?" Or, "What is one step I can take to improve this situation?" This hidden habit also holds back your relationships and connections. When people hear the same complaints repeatedly, even those who care deeply may begin to withdraw or feel helpless. By breaking free, you not only improve your inner world but also open the door to healthier, more positive interactions. Your energy becomes contagious in a good way, attracting support, inspiration, and opportunities rather than pushing them away. Importantly, the habit of emotional dumping often masks deeper issues such as fear of failure, low self-esteem, or unresolved trauma. By becoming conscious of the habit, you give yourself the chance to address these root causes with compassion and perhaps seek help if needed. Growth comes not from suppressing emotions but from understanding, processing, and transforming them. You might wonder, is it really possible to change this deeply ingrained habit? The answer is yes, absolutely. Human beings are remarkably adaptable. Every time you catch yourself in a cycle of emotional dumping and consciously choose a different path, you are rewiring your brain. With patience and persistence, the habit loses its grip and is replaced by empowering behaviors that fuel your growth. This journey is not about perfection. There will be days when negativity creeps back, and that's okay. What matters is the awareness to recognize it and the commitment to keep moving forward. Over time, the hidden habit that once held you back will become a story you tell as proof of your strength and transformation. Remember, your potential is not limited by your circumstances, but by the habits you cultivate. By shedding this hidden habit, you unlock new levels of motivation, clarity, and joy. You become the author of your own story, one where challenges become stepping stones rather than stumbling blocks. The moment you decide to take responsibility for this habit is the moment you reclaim your power. And with that power, you can create the life you've always dreamed of, full of purpose, progress, and peace. Every great journey begins with a single step. But what separates those who reach their destination from those who give up along the way? The answer lies in resilience, the inner strength to face adversity, recover from setbacks, and keep moving forward no matter what life throws at you. Resilience is not a magical trait reserved for a lucky few. It is a skill, a mindset, and a way of living that anyone can develop through deliberate, daily actions. Understanding how to build resilience in your everyday life can transform your struggles into opportunities for growth, turning you into a person who doesn't just survive challenges but thrives because of them. Imagine a tree standing strong through storms. Its branches bend, its leaves may fall, but its roots dig deeper into the earth, holding firm and absorbing nourishment. Resilience in human beings works much the same way. It is the ability to bend without breaking, to absorb the shocks of life's difficulties while remaining grounded and ready to grow again. But unlike a tree, resilience isn't automatic. It's cultivated consciously. And this cultivation begins with simple, consistent actions you take every day. The power of daily actions to build resilience cannot be overstated. When you break down resilience into bite-sized, manageable behaviors, it stops feeling like an overwhelming ideal and starts to feel like something practical and achievable. What if, instead of waiting for a crisis to test your strength, you prepared yourself day by day with small habits that add up to an unshakable foundation? This is the essence of building resilience through daily actions. One of the most effective daily actions to strengthen resilience is cultivating self-awareness. Taking just a few moments each day to check in with your emotions, your thoughts, your stress levels can be transformative. Self-awareness acts like a radar system, alerting you when your stress is building or when negative patterns are creeping in. When you become aware, you gain the power to intervene before problems spiral out of control. For example, recognizing that you're feeling overwhelmed allows you to pause and take deliberate steps to calm your mind, whether through breathing exercises, a short walk, or simply setting boundaries around your time and energy. Along with self-awareness, practicing gratitude is a daily action with remarkable resilience-building effects. Gratitude shifts your focus from what's missing or wrong in your life to what is abundant and positive. It's not about ignoring difficulties, but about balancing perspective. Each day, making it a habit to write down or mentally note 3 things you're grateful for rewires your brain to notice good things more naturally. This practice builds emotional resilience by fostering optimism, reducing stress, and increasing your ability to cope with setbacks. Another crucial daily action is setting small, achievable goals. Resilience grows through consistent progress, no matter how small. When life feels overwhelming, breaking your challenges into bite-sized goals keeps you moving forward and prevents paralysis. Each small victory builds confidence and momentum, reminding you that you are capable and in control. For instance, if your goal is to improve your health, committing to a 5-minute stretch every morning or drinking an extra glass of water each day is a manageable start. These actions create positive feedback loops that strengthen your willpower and resilience over time. Resilience also requires nurturing your physical health through daily routines. The mind and body are deeply interconnected. Poor physical health often exacerbates stress and reduces mental toughness. Simple daily habits like getting enough sleep, eating nourishing food, staying hydrated, and incorporating some movement or exercise can dramatically improve your capacity to handle adversity. When your body feels strong and energized, your mind is better equipped to face challenges calmly and creatively. Social connection is another pillar of resilience that thrives through daily attention. Building and maintaining meaningful relationships provides emotional support, perspective, and encouragement during tough times. Even small daily interactions, a kind word, a thoughtful message, a genuine smile reinforce your network of support and remind you that you're not alone. Engaging regularly with people who uplift you builds a protective buffer against stress and helps you bounce back more quickly after setbacks. Importantly, resilience is not about avoiding negative emotions or pretending everything is fine. It's about facing reality with courage and acceptance. Daily actions that involve emotional regulation skills help with this. Mindfulness meditation, journaling, or simply taking quiet moments to observe your feelings without judgment trains your brain to manage emotions rather than be overwhelmed by them. Over time, these practices create a calm inner space where you can respond to difficulties thoughtfully instead of reacting impulsively. One powerful daily habit that fosters resilience is learning to reframe challenges as opportunities. Instead of seeing obstacles as dead ends, resilient people look for lessons or ways to grow. Each time you catch yourself thinking, "Why me?" try shifting your perspective to, "What can I learn from this?" or "How can this make me stronger?" This mindset shift, practiced daily, rewires your brain to become solution-focused and proactive, rather than stuck in despair. Over time, you'll notice that your response to difficulties changes. They no longer drain you, but energize you with a sense of purpose. Another daily action that enhances resilience is practicing self-compassion. When you stumble, make mistakes, or face failures, how you treat yourself matters. Resilient individuals respond to setbacks with kindness rather than harsh criticism. You can build this habit by intentionally speaking to yourself with encouragement, understanding, and patience every day. For example, instead of berating yourself for a mistake, say, "It's okay, I'm learning and growing." Self-compassion softens your inner dialogue and helps you recover faster from challenges. It's also essential to embrace flexibility as a daily practice. Life rarely goes exactly as planned. When you cultivate a mindset of adaptability, you reduce the emotional shock of unexpected changes and maintain your forward momentum. Each day, remind yourself that plans can change, setbacks are part of the journey, and adjusting your course doesn't mean failure, it means wisdom. This flexibility protects your resilience by reducing frustration and helping you stay open to new possibilities. Finally, building resilience through daily actions means celebrating progress, not perfection. Every day you choose to show up, take care of yourself, and face your challenges, you're strengthening your resilience muscle. Recognizing and celebrating these efforts keeps you motivated and reinforces positive habits. You don't need to wait for big wins. The small victories are what build lasting strength. Incorporating these daily habits into your routine might sound simple, but their impact is profound. Resilience built this way doesn't just help you survive the storm, it transforms you into someone who grows stronger because of it. You begin to see life's challenges not as setbacks, but as invitations to deepen your strength, sharpen your wisdom, and expand your capacity for joy. Consider this. Every morning is a new opportunity to choose resilience. Through your daily actions, your thoughts, behaviors, and choices, you are either feeding the roots of strength or letting them weaken. When you choose to build resilience daily, you become like that tree standing tall through every storm, rooted deeply in purpose, nourished by intention, and ready to thrive no matter what comes your way. The journey of overcoming challenges is as much a mental process as it is a practical one. While external circumstances often dictate the nature of the obstacles we face, it is our internal mindset that largely determines how effectively we navigate through them. Mindset, the set of attitudes, beliefs, and mental frameworks we hold, plays a crucial role in shaping our responses to adversity, influencing not only our ability to endure difficulties, but also how we grow from them. Developing a strong adaptive mindset is therefore a fundamental element in overcoming challenges and achieving sustained success. At its core, mindset acts as the lens through which we interpret the world and our experiences. Two individuals may face the same challenge, yet their outcomes can vary drastically based on their mental approach. This divergence stems from the mindset they bring to the situation. Psychologist Carol Dweck's influential research on fixed and growth mindsets illustrates this phenomenon clearly. A fixed mindset assumes abilities and intelligence are static traits, limiting one's willingness to embrace difficulties or persist after failure. In contrast, a growth mindset views abilities as malleable and improvable through effort, fostering resilience, curiosity, and a proactive approach to challenges. Adopting a growth mindset is therefore essential for effective challenge management. It encourages individuals to perceive setbacks not as reflections of their inherent limitations, but as opportunities for learning and development. When faced with failure or difficulty, a growth-oriented mindset prompts questions such as, "What can I learn from this?" or "How can I improve next time?" rather than, "Am I not good enough?" This subtle but powerful shift in perspective enables sustained motivation and emotional balance during tough times. Beyond the fixed versus growth paradigm, mindset encompasses several additional dimensions that influence how challenges are addressed. Optimism, for instance, is a mindset characterized by an expectation of positive outcomes and the belief that difficulties are temporary and manageable. Optimistic individuals tend to employ more effective coping strategies, such as problem solving and seeking social support, which enhance their ability to overcome adversity. Conversely, a pessimistic outlook often leads to avoidance behaviors and resignation, exacerbating the impact of challenges. Closely related is the mindset of self-efficacy, the belief in one's own ability to execute actions required to achieve specific goals. This belief profoundly affects motivation and perseverance. When individuals feel confident in their capabilities, they are more likely to tackle difficult tasks head-on, maintain effort over time, and recover from setbacks. Self-efficacy is cultivated through mastery experiences, social modeling, and positive reinforcement, all of which reinforce the mindset that one is competent and capable. Cultivating an adaptive mindset to overcome challenges requires intentional effort and practice. One of the first steps is fostering awareness of one's current mindset patterns. Many people operate on autopilot, influenced by deep-seated beliefs shaped by past experiences, culture, and upbringing. Reflective practices such as journaling, mindfulness, meditation, or discussions with mentors can help identify unhelpful mindsets that may hinder progress. For example, a person might discover a tendency toward catastrophic thinking, expecting the worst-case scenario, which can amplify stress and reduce problem-solving capacity. Once limiting mindsets are recognized, they can be actively challenged and reframed. Cognitive restructuring techniques, commonly used in cognitive behavioral therapy, are effective in this regard. This involves questioning the validity of negative thoughts and replacing them with more balanced and constructive alternatives. For instance, transforming "I always fail at this" into "I have faced challenges before and learned valuable lessons" shifts the mindset from defeatism to possibility. Another vital aspect of mindset development is cultivating emotional regulation skills. Challenges often trigger intense emotions such as fear, frustration, or anxiety, which can cloud judgment and impair decision-making. A resilient mindset includes the capacity to acknowledge these emotions without being overwhelmed by them. Techniques such as deep breathing, progressive muscle relaxation, or mindfulness can help maintain emotional equilibrium, allowing for clearer thinking and more effective action during crises. Moreover, embracing a long-term perspective is critical to sustaining a constructive mindset. Challenges can sometimes feel insurmountable in the moment, leading to discouragement. However, viewing obstacles as part of a larger journey helps maintain motivation and patience. This perspective encourages persistence by reminding individuals that progress is often incremental and setbacks are temporary. Celebrating small victories along the way reinforces this outlook, building momentum and reinforcing positive mindset patterns. Leadership and mentorship also play a significant role in shaping mindset in professional and personal environments. Exposure to role models who demonstrate adaptive mindsets in the face of adversity can inspire similar attitudes. Organizations that foster cultures emphasizing learning, growth, and psychological safety create environments where individuals feel supported in taking risks and learning from failure. Such environments reinforce mindset development at scale, enabling teams and organizations to navigate challenges more effectively. Technology and resources can also support mindset transformation. Access to educational content on resilience, mindset, and emotional intelligence, as well as tools like apps for mindfulness or habit tracking, can provide practical assistance in building mental frameworks that enhance challenge management. These tools make it easier to integrate mindset development into daily routines, ensuring consistent reinforcement. It is important to acknowledge that mindset alone does not guarantee success in overcoming challenges. External factors such as resources, social support, and opportunities also significantly influence outcomes. However, mindset serves as the engine that drives how these factors are utilized. Even in constrained circumstances, an adaptive mindset can identify creative solutions and alternative pathways, while a negative mindset may lead to resignation and missed opportunities. In summary, mindset is a pivotal factor in overcoming challenges. By consciously cultivating a growth-oriented, optimistic, self-efficacious, and emotionally regulated mindset, individuals can transform their relationship with adversity. This transformation empowers them not only to endure hardships, but to emerge stronger, wiser, and more capable. Developing such a mindset requires self-awareness, intentional practice, support, and patience, but the rewards are profound, enabling sustained success and personal fulfillment in the face of life's inevitable challenges. Resilience and adaptability are essential qualities that empower individuals to face life's uncertainties and difficulties with strength and flexibility. In today's rapidly changing world, the ability to bounce back from setbacks and adjust effectively to new circumstances is invaluable. Developing these qualities is not an innate talent limited to a few, but a skill set that can be cultivated intentionally through deliberate strategies. Understanding and implementing effective resilience and adaptability strategies equips individuals to navigate personal and professional challenges while maintaining well-being and fostering growth. Resilience refers to the capacity to recover quickly from difficulties, to withstand stress without succumbing to it, and to use adversity as a catalyst for growth. Adaptability complements resilience by focusing on the ability to adjust one's thoughts, behaviors, and approaches in response to changing conditions. Together, these traits form a powerful toolkit that enables success despite uncertainty and complexity. One of the foundational strategies for building resilience and adaptability is cultivating a strong support system. Social connections with family, friends, mentors, and colleagues provide emotional sustenance, practical assistance, and perspective during challenging times. Studies have consistently shown that individuals with robust social networks experience lower stress levels and greater psychological resilience. Actively nurturing relationships and seeking support when needed create a safety net that facilitates recovery and adaptation. Closely tied to social support is the practice of effective communication. Being able to articulate feelings, challenges, and needs clearly and assertively helps in mobilizing assistance and resolving conflicts that may arise during stressful periods. Furthermore, good communication fosters understanding and collaboration, which are crucial when adapting to new situations that require cooperation or collective problem solving. Another pivotal strategy is the development of problem-solving skills. Resilient and adaptable individuals approach challenges with a solution-oriented mindset. Instead of becoming overwhelmed by obstacles, they break problems into manageable parts, analyze possible courses of action, and make informed decisions. This strategic approach reduces feelings of helplessness and enhances one's sense of control, which is fundamental for resilience. Goal setting and prioritization also play a vital role. Setting realistic, achievable goals provides direction and purpose, helping individuals focus their energy productively rather than becoming mired in uncertainty or negativity. Prioritizing tasks and breaking down long-term goals into short-term objectives make large challenges feel more manageable and create a sense of progress, which boosts motivation and resilience. Flexibility in thinking is another critical factor for adaptability. Cognitive flexibility involves the ability to consider multiple perspectives, revise assumptions, and shift strategies when circumstances change. This mental agility allows individuals to respond creatively to unexpected challenges and avoid rigid thinking patterns that can impede progress. Techniques such as brainstorming, perspective-taking exercises, and exposure to diverse experiences can enhance cognitive flexibility. Emotional regulation skills are equally important in the resilience and adaptability toolkit. Managing stress, anxiety, and frustration effectively prevents emotional overwhelm and burnout. Practices like mindfulness meditation, controlled breathing, and journaling can help individuals maintain emotional balance and clarity under pressure. This emotional stability supports clearer decision-making and sustained effort in the face of adversity. Building physical well-being also contributes significantly to resilience. Regular exercise, sufficient sleep, and proper nutrition enhance the body's ability to cope with stress and recover from exertion. Physical health provides a foundation that supports mental and emotional strength, reinforcing overall adaptability. Learning from experience is another cornerstone of resilience development. Reflecting on past challenges and identifying lessons learned enables individuals to refine their approaches and build confidence for future obstacles. This reflective practice turns setbacks into valuable growth opportunities, reinforcing a growth mindset and adaptive capacity. Resilience and adaptability can also be strengthened through deliberate exposure to manageable stressors or challenges, a concept known as stress inoculation. Gradually facing and overcoming small difficulties builds psychological endurance and reduces sensitivity to stress over time. This process requires careful calibration to ensure challenges are neither too overwhelming nor too trivial, fostering incremental growth. Time management is an additional strategic element. Effective allocation of time reduces chaos and enhances the ability to focus on priorities, reducing stress and creating space for recovery and reflection. Tools such as planners, digital calendars, and prioritization matrices can assist in organizing time efficiently. Developing a sense of purpose and meaning further bolsters resilience. When individuals connect their efforts to larger values or goals, they are more likely to persevere despite hardships. Purpose provides a motivational anchor that sustains energy and commitment, helping individuals to look beyond immediate difficulties toward long-term fulfillment. In professional contexts, cultivating a culture that values resilience and adaptability enhances collective capability. Organizations can implement training programs focused on emotional intelligence, stress management, and change management to equip employees with essential skills. Encouraging open communication, learning from failures, and recognizing adaptive behaviors foster an environment where resilience thrives. Technological tools and resources can support these strategies as well. Apps that facilitate mindfulness, habit tracking, goal setting, and stress management make it easier to integrate resilience-building practices into daily life. Online courses and communities also provide education and social reinforcement, broadening access to support. It is essential to recognize that developing resilience and adaptability is a dynamic, ongoing process. It requires self-awareness, commitment, and flexibility to adjust strategies as personal circumstances evolve. Regular self-assessment, seeking feedback, and remaining open to change are vital to maintaining and enhancing these qualities over time. In conclusion, resilience and adaptability are not just innate traits, but skills that can be cultivated through intentional strategies. By nurturing social support, honing problem-solving and communication skills, practicing emotional regulation, maintaining physical health, and fostering a purposeful mindset, individuals build a robust foundation to withstand and grow from challenges. Integrating these strategies into personal and professional life equips people to face uncertainty with confidence, flexibility, and optimism, transforming adversity into opportunity. Imagine standing at the foot of a towering mountain, eager to reach its peak where your dreams and goals await. Yet, as you begin the climb, you quickly realize the path is strewn with jagged rocks, sudden cliffs, and unpredictable weather. This mountain is the journey toward growth and success, and the obstacles you face along the way are the common challenges that test your resolve, patience, and perseverance. Understanding these challenges and learning how to overcome them is what separates those who merely dream from those who achieve. Growth and success rarely come easily. Whether in personal development, career advancement, or any area of life, obstacles are inevitable. They can be external, such as economic downturns, lack of resources, or unsupportive environments. They can also be internal self-doubt, fear, procrastination, or limiting beliefs. These challenges can sap motivation, obscure vision, and slow progress. However, by recognizing these common barriers early and developing effective strategies to overcome them, individuals can transform hindrances into stepping stones. One of the most pervasive challenges is fear of failure, fear of rejection, or fear of the unknown. This fear often manifests as a psychological barrier that prevents people from taking risks or stepping outside their comfort zones. Overcoming fear requires cultivating courage and reframing failure as a learning opportunity rather than a defeat. Embracing a growth mindset, where mistakes are viewed as essential parts of the learning process, empowers individuals to face challenges with resilience and curiosity. Procrastination is another formidable foe on the path to success. It often masquerades as perfectionism, distraction, or overwhelm. People delay important tasks because they fear not doing them perfectly, or because they feel uncertain about where to start. To conquer procrastination, breaking tasks into smaller, manageable parts is crucial. Establishing clear deadlines, creating accountability systems, and using techniques like the Pomodoro method can help maintain focus and momentum. Self-doubt and limiting beliefs silently sabotage progress by undermining confidence and reinforcing negative narratives. These mental blocks can stem from past experiences, societal pressures, or internalized criticism. Identifying and challenging these beliefs through cognitive restructuring or positive affirmations can gradually dismantle their power. Surrounding oneself with positive influences and mentors further strengthens self-belief. A lack of clarity and direction also hampers growth. Without well-defined goals or a clear vision, efforts can become scattered and ineffective. Setting SMART goals specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound provides a structured roadmap. Regularly reviewing and adjusting these goals ensures alignment with evolving priorities and circumstances. Resource constraints, whether financial, informational, or social, pose significant challenges. Limited access to education, mentorship, or networks can slow progress. Creative problem solving, leveraging free resources, and actively seeking connections through networking or community involvement help overcome these limitations. Persistence in seeking opportunities often reveals unexpected paths. External criticism and negativity can erode motivation and self-esteem. Developing emotional intelligence and learning to filter constructive feedback from destructive criticism is vital. Building resilience includes cultivating a thick skin while remaining open to growth. Practicing gratitude and focusing on successes, no matter how small, counterbalances negativity. Change resistance is another common obstacle. Human beings naturally gravitate towards stability and predictability. However, growth demands change, which often triggers discomfort and resistance. Developing adaptability skills, as discussed earlier, helps ease this transition. Mindfulness practices and gradual exposure to new experiences build comfort with change. Time management difficulties frequently obstruct progress. Poor prioritization, distractions, or overcommitment reduce efficiency. Implementing time-blocking strategies, minimizing multitasking, and learning to say no are essential habits. Delegation and leveraging technology can also enhance productivity. Burnout is a hidden danger when persistence crosses into exhaustion. Overworking without adequate rest diminishes creativity, focus, and health. Recognizing burnout signs early and incorporating self-care routines such as exercise, hobbies, and social time restore balance. Organizations and leaders also play a role by fostering healthy work environments. Lastly, societal and cultural pressures can impose expectations that conflict with personal goals. Navigating these pressures requires assertiveness and a strong sense of identity. Building a supportive community that respects individual aspirations provides reinforcement. In conclusion, the journey to growth and success is fraught with common challenges that test every individual's determination and mindset. By understanding these obstacles, fear, procrastination, self-doubt, lack of clarity, resource constraints, negativity, resistance to change, time management struggles, burnout, and social pressures, and implementing targeted strategies to overcome them, individuals empower themselves to persist, adapt, and thrive. The mountain may be steep and rugged, but with resilience and effective tactics, the summit of success is within reach. Achieving success is not merely about reaching a goal once, it's about maintaining growth and thriving consistently over time. Sustained growth and long-term success require a deliberate, strategic approach that balances ambition with patience, innovation with stability, and personal well-being with professional achievement. Understanding and applying effective strategies to ensure continuous progress is essential for anyone who wants not just a momentary victory, but a lasting legacy. The first key to sustained growth is cultivating a mindset oriented toward continuous learning and improvement. The world is constantly evolving, technologies advance, markets shift, and societal norms change. Individuals and organizations that thrive long-term are those that embrace lifelong learning. This means not only acquiring new skills and knowledge, but also remaining open to feedback, willing to reassess assumptions, and eager to innovate. A growth mindset, as coined by psychologist Carol Dweck, encourages viewing challenges as opportunities and failures as stepping stones toward mastery. By committing to ongoing development, you build adaptability and resilience that support sustained progress. Strategic planning plays a crucial role in maintaining long-term success. While setting clear, measurable goals is vital, equally important is developing a flexible plan that anticipates change. This involves conducting regular reviews of your goals and strategies, assessing what's working and what's not, and being willing to pivot when necessary. A rigid approach can lead to stagnation or failure when circumstances shift. Incorporating scenario planning, thinking through possible future scenarios, and preparing responses strengthens your ability to navigate uncertainties. Furthermore, breaking down large goals into smaller, achievable milestones helps maintain motivation and tracks progress effectively. Another essential strategy is building strong relationships and networks. Success rarely happens in isolation. Surrounding yourself with mentors, peers, and collaborators creates a support system that provides guidance, accountability, and opportunities. Networking is not just about accumulating contacts, but cultivating meaningful connections based on trust and mutual benefit. Diverse networks expose you to new ideas, broaden perspectives, and open doors to resources that can accelerate growth. Moreover, investing in relationships within your community or industry fosters goodwill and collaboration that contribute to sustained success. Financial prudence and resource management are foundational for long-term stability. Regardless of your field, managing your finances wisely, whether personal finances or business budgets, is critical. This includes budgeting realistically, building savings or reserves, and avoiding unnecessary debt. Prudent financial planning provides the cushion to weather downturns and invest in growth opportunities. Efficient resource management extends beyond money to include time, energy, and talent. Prioritizing tasks, delegating appropriately, and focusing on high-impact activities maximize returns on your efforts. Maintaining health and well-being is often overlooked but indispensable for sustained success. Physical health, mental clarity, and emotional balance fuel productivity and creativity. Chronic stress, poor lifestyle habits, or burnout can derail progress quickly. Incorporating regular exercise, balanced nutrition, adequate sleep, and mindfulness practices supports longevity in your pursuits. Additionally, setting boundaries between work and personal life prevents exhaustion and nurtures relationships that enrich your journey. Innovation and adaptability are twin pillars that sustain growth over time. The business landscape, technology, and societal expectations are continually evolving, and staying relevant requires innovation. This means being willing to experiment, take calculated risks, and embrace new ideas. Adaptability involves not only reacting to change, but proactively anticipating it. Companies and individuals who embed a culture of innovation and flexibility into their routines are better positioned to seize emerging opportunities and mitigate threats. Effective communication is another critical strategy. Clear, consistent, and transparent communication builds trust and aligns efforts across teams, stakeholders, or personal relationships. Whether you're leading a project, managing a business, or pursuing personal goals, articulating your vision, expectations, and feedback fosters collaboration and minimizes misunderstandings. Listening actively and empathetically enhances connections and facilitates problem solving. Accountability mechanisms help maintain momentum and ensure commitments are met. This could involve personal accountability through journaling, progress tracking, or goal-setting apps. In organizational contexts, performance reviews, team meetings, and reporting systems hold everyone responsible for their roles. Accountability encourages discipline, motivates effort, and highlights areas needing improvement. Resilience, the capacity to recover from setbacks, is indispensable for long-term success. Challenges, failures, and unexpected disruptions are inevitable, but how you respond determines your trajectory. Building resilience involves developing emotional strength, learning from difficulties, and maintaining optimism. Cultivating gratitude and celebrating small wins bolster morale during tough times. Lastly, purpose-driven work fuels sustained motivation. When your goals align with your values and contribute to something meaningful, you are more likely to persist despite hardships. Defining your why provides direction and inspires consistent effort. Whether it's creating impact, achieving financial independence, or personal fulfillment, anchoring your journey in purpose sustains passion and commitment. In conclusion, strategies for sustained growth and long-term success revolve around continuous learning, strategic planning, strong relationships, prudent resource management, well-being, innovation, effective communication, accountability, resilience, and purpose. By intentionally incorporating these principles into your life or organization, you build a foundation that not only achieves success but sustains and multiplies it over time. Like a well-tended garden, sustained success requires consistent care, adaptation, and growth. With persistence and smart strategies, the journey of success becomes a lifelong adventure filled with growth, fulfillment, and achievement. Having a vision is the cornerstone of any meaningful journey towards success. But a vision, no matter how inspiring or powerful, is only the beginning. Without decisive, focused action, even the clearest goals remain dreams floating in the realm of possibility rather than becoming tangible reality. The final and most critical step in any growth or achievement process is taking action, transforming ideas, plans, and hopes into deliberate behaviors and measurable outcomes. This step is the bridge between aspiration and accomplishment. To turn vision into reality requires more than just motivation. It demands discipline, clarity, and consistency. Many people have brilliant ideas and noble goals, yet fail to act decisively or sustain effort long enough to see results. Procrastination, fear of failure, perfectionism, and distraction are common barriers that hold individuals and organizations back from progressing. Recognizing and overcoming these obstacles is essential to activate the power of your vision. The first fundamental in taking effective action is defining clear, actionable steps. Vague intentions like, "I want to be successful," or "I want to improve," lack the specificity needed to guide behavior. Instead, break your vision down into concrete, measurable tasks. What exactly must you do daily, weekly, and monthly to move forward? Setting SMART goals specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time-bound provides a roadmap that transforms abstract ambitions into achievable milestones. For example, instead of get fit, a SMART goal might be exercise for 30 minutes, 5 times a week for the next 3 months. Once you have clarity on what to do, prioritizing these tasks becomes paramount. The demands on your time and energy are finite. To avoid overwhelm and distraction, focus on the highest impact activities that align directly with your vision. Techniques such as the Eisenhower matrix, distinguishing urgent versus important tasks, or time blocking, help manage workload efficiently. This deliberate prioritization ensures that every step you take moves you meaningfully closer to your goals, rather than scattering your efforts in multiple directions. Discipline is the engine that propels action. It's the ability to do what needs to be done, even when motivation wanes. Habits and routines are powerful allies here. By embedding productive actions into daily rituals, you reduce reliance on willpower alone and create momentum. For instance, if your vision involves writing a book, scheduling a consistent daily writing time builds momentum and decreases procrastination. Tracking progress visually through checklists, journals, or apps provides positive reinforcement and accountability. Overcoming fear and resistance is a vital part of the action process. Fear of failure, rejection, or criticism can freeze us into inaction. A mindset shift is crucial. Viewing failure not as a verdict on your worth but as feedback and a learning opportunity enables courage to move forward despite uncertainty. Many successful individuals credit their achievements to persistence through failures rather than the absence of obstacles. When resistance arises, remind yourself that discomfort is often a sign of growth and that taking imperfect action is better than waiting for perfect conditions. Taking action also requires resilience to navigate setbacks. Progress is rarely linear. Obstacles, mistakes, and delays are inevitable. Rather than giving up, successful people adjust strategies, learn lessons, and keep moving. Developing emotional resilience, staying calm, hopeful, and adaptable under pressure ensures that setbacks become stepping stones rather than roadblocks. Support systems such as mentors, peers, or coaches can provide guidance and encouragement during tough phases. Another key to turning vision into reality is leveraging resources effectively. This includes your skills, time, finances, technology, and relationships. Identify what resources are available and how best to apply them toward your goals. Sometimes taking action means asking for help, collaborating, or investing in education and tools. Resourcefulness finding creative solutions and alternatives expands possibilities and accelerates progress. Communication is a critical element of action, especially when your vision involves teamwork or leadership. Clearly articulating your goals, expectations, and plans ensures alignment and cooperation. Listening and gathering input can improve strategies and foster commitment from others. Sharing your vision publicly or with a community can increase accountability and generate support. Importantly, taking action involves embracing incremental progress rather than waiting for grand breakthroughs. Small, consistent steps compound over time into significant results. Celebrate these small wins to maintain motivation and momentum. Remember the saying, "The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step." Each action, no matter how modest, is a building block in your vision's realization. Time management is integral to effective action. Avoiding procrastination and distractions requires intentional planning. Techniques like the Pomodoro method, working in focused intervals, followed by short breaks, can enhance concentration and productivity. Minimizing multitasking and setting boundaries for work and rest prevent burnout, ensuring sustained effort toward your vision. It's also crucial to evaluate progress regularly. Reflection allows you to measure what's working, what's not, and adjust course accordingly. This ongoing evaluation ensures that your actions remain aligned with your vision and adapt to changing circumstances. Regularly revisiting your goals keeps them fresh and relevant. Taking action means embracing responsibility for your results. It's easy to blame external factors or circumstances, but true empowerment comes from owning your journey. By accepting accountability, you gain control over your decisions and their outcomes, enabling you to steer your course with confidence. If you have a vision that lights a fire within you, the time to act is now. Do not let doubt, fear, or delay rob you of the life you imagine. Begin by defining your first small step and commit to taking it today. No excuses. No waiting for perfect conditions. Remember, progress starts with action. Build momentum by consistently showing up, learning, and adapting. Surround yourself with people who encourage your growth and hold you accountable. Invest in yourself and your dreams by dedicating time and energy with discipline and purpose. Your vision deserves to move beyond imagination and into reality. The power lies within you to transform your dreams into achievements. So take that step, then another, and keep moving forward relentlessly. The path of action leads to growth, fulfillment, and success that lasts. Start now and make your vision your story of triumph.